So now, Manish, I hope this clarifies the thumbnail that staying home is not bad if... What's happening, YouTube? What's going on? So, my name is Albert Manish. Manish, I want to talk to you. I saw your videos, these three right here. If you stay home alone playing video games and how problematic.
For pretty much most of my life, I was chronically at home.
First, your videos are fantastic, incredible. However, coming from this 60-year-old, I got a little wisdom for you, bro. And so I'm 3 times your age. And so maybe you could listen up so that you can now implement some of the things that I am going to deliver. My objective is to make you go, oh man, I never thought about it that way. Manish, this subject runs real deep. It's contradictory in nature. And so what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to throw random nuggets your way, and I'm going to cover aspects such as our human temperaments. I'm going to cover environmental factors, parenting, the structure of society, into the real scope of life, so that you can piece things together yourself, hopefully with a new objective, which is to cut out the sad piano music, bro, and replace it with vibrancy.
I remember when I was like that, I hated going out because, frankly, I was a social outcast. I had no friends, and that's why I resorted to video games. I resorted to video games because that's where I actually felt like I belonged. Because in video games, bro, I was fucking good at video games. I was high ranked in like Valorant. I was like immortal, like freaking Grandmaster in Overwatch and all that. And there actually felt like I was high status. I had friends I could talk to that respected me. I wasn't getting that in real life, so why the fuck should I even bother?
And so, Manish, for that bit right there, your tone is like, oh man, I remember when I was like that, and I wasted my life. But dude, you're only 21 years old, bro. And so, Manish, to dive into the aspect that I like to present, I realize looking back that society has placed a certain social construct upon us. Oh, don't be alone. Go out. Come on. Have confidence. Impress. Be the life of the party. Embrace happiness. Now let's break that chunk of happiness down by first catching how we've been bombarded with happiness everywhere. Now check out this role play, right? I'm gonna play a global businessman that'll lead directly into the staying home deal. Now, let's narrow down the entire world to a minimum of outdoor entertainment, right? Let's say we go out 50% of the time. Now, this global businessman right here wants to open up malls, entertainment centers, movie theaters, coffee shops, gyms, you name it. And my job is to get you out of your house, right? So now it's time for advertising for all my businesses, right? And you're home. And so I'm going to have to produce commercials and entice you to come to wherever. Gyms, the coffee shops, the malls, and all that stuff. Now, I'm going to entice you through fun, happiness, enjoyment, relaxation, and all that stuff, right? So now here's the kicker for all that. It seems like the system implemented to call a person that likes to stay home, enjoying himself, playing video games, producing music or whatever, to call him something for that, to make it a problem because it's bad business. And so let's call it a loner, an isolated individual, a recluse, an outcast. Let's call it something so that now this person that's home fine will think that something's wrong. And so right there, this bit right here is where this video begins. Because bro, for me, in my case, I can see clearly that the home business is a produced guilt subsequent to happiness. Because since I was fed so much of it, happy, be happy, go out. Now I was home, now pressured to be outside with thoughts that I was missing something all the time, man.
I kind of just wanted to stay home all the time because I was pretty scared of going out and experiencing life.
See, right there, I think you were hit against your own temperament, bro, just like me, man, which I'm gonna go over shortly. But first, let's dive deeper into how we were mechanized. Check out mom clapping for her baby. Yay! Now, take note that that's early on, which seems good, right? He's clapping for the baby. It seems harmless, right? But now, watch what happens when the clapping stops. Then later in life, oh, I'm not getting any attention. They're getting the attention. And then what happens? Turn to video games or something like that, right? And so now there's a double-edged sword here because Manish says that as far as he could remember,
And this went on from since I was like pretty much as far as I can remember, man. Since I was like born all the way till 18, 19 years old.
and so the double-edged sword here is that Manish recalls turning to video games early on, which could be a matter of temperament. Or that something else happened in regards to lack of nurture, lack of attention, etc. early on. But let's dive deeper. And now for this, Manish, I'm gonna walk you through our born innate temperaments using children as examples. Watch this. I'm at a playground and I'm playing with kids, all ages. One comes up to me like this, right? The other one comes up to me, hits me and runs away. Another one comes up to me. Another one looks at me like this. Another just looks at me staring. Another kid looks at me and runs to mom as though she saw a ghost. And so I'm showing you temperaments, man, human temperaments. And so now, over there, right there, close to me is a little shy one, right? But it's waiting for me to go, come on, let's play. Then over there, total shy, man. And now here's the freaking problem. We're gonna tell that undeveloped kid over there that he's out of place. But what we don't know is that there lies the next AI computer specialist, film and video editor, graphic designer, and the list goes on and on and on. And so, Manish, with that said, I must share this story. I take care of this boy, right? Since he was born. He's 6 now. And so now, check this out. The freaking kid can't stay still, man. He's a time bomb, man. Oh my God. And so now, the parents, right? Oh, what's wrong with him? Right? Naturally, right? It's not their fault. But now, look at this. They want to take him to see someone for his problem. Perhaps take, And so now, with everything that I'm sharing so far, I'm looking at him and I'm like, And so guess what, man? Manish, I chimed in and I said, let me take him out. And they were delighted, man, because he's so difficult to handle. And so now I took him to a playground, man. 2 hours we're playing nonstop, jumping. And so then I took things further, Manish, and I took him to a place called Bounce where he could jump. And we're jumping together, man. I'm jumping with him, man. And now we're extending the time. Started at 2 hours. Now we're up to 5-6 hours together, man. And so by the time he gets home, he's done. And so now with this said, finish. Problem solved, baby. This kid is physical. He's meant to be physical. He's meant to move. He's meant to be in sports and stuff like that, as opposed to the introvert over there who is mind bound, that needs to be fed things like puzzles or things related to problem solving, things like that, etc.
My dad didn't really put me into any sports.
And so, Manish, if I were around you and saw your dilemma, I would have took all the things that you do in your room outdoors somehow. I would use my head, man. Why? Because I see that you love being home, doing your thing, playing, as you discussed, man. It was a freaking paradise. And so now I would take you outdoors and see if I could bring you to places where you get the same freaking input, that same esteem. Outdoors, an arcade. Now there's other kids around there. I would catch it early because I can see it. Now maybe you can see it too. And so you're at an arcade now. And guess what, man? You stop for ice cream. Right? You know what I mean? And so now you're stopping for ice cream. You're meddling with the kids. When you go again and again and again, you're going to see kids that you recognize them There's your new friend, man. And so that's the issue here, is that the kid who is left alone, when that's times by 10 years, 12 years, right? He doesn't have practice outdoors. And so naturally, he's not gonna fit in because he has no practice. And because there's no practice, and what's happening is seen as an addiction, then the next course of action is to treat an addiction. But if you take a real good look at what happened, Manish, you went from the addiction video games, and then you moved to fitness, which was also perceived as an addiction. But is it an addiction? Think about it.
The other biggest thing that occupied my time is the gym. I literally gained another addiction in the form of working out instead of video games.
Okay, so Manish, let's dive deeper by considering that there's absolutely no such thing as introvert, extrovert, alpha male, beta male addictions. And so now, ponder this. Would the stages of life happen naturally? Think about it. I'm young, I'm playing games, and next thing you know, I see a girl outside. And naturally, if my biological clock is ready, I'm gonna wanna hook up with her. And so I already know that I'm gonna have to freaking like a bird, show off. I'm gonna have to get in shape. I'm gonna have to join the gym. I'm gonna have to measure up somehow. These things ought to happen naturally. And so I'm a late bloomer, And so there's early bloomers and all that stuff. And so it depends on your biological clock about that, which we don't let happen naturally, Manish. This is why you catch any older person with wisdom, they'll tell you, do not rush life.
I mean, I got pretty high ranked in those games, but like, at what cost? I don't play those games anymore. I'm not gonna remember it when I die. I just wasted 18 years of my life.
And so, Manish, for that bit right there, that's obviously regret. But I have to inform you that no matter how you wish your life went, when you die, you're taking nothing with you, bro. Nothing. So all you could do at this point is embrace the next phase of your life, bro. And one important aspect that I want to address is that to please make sure that you're not stroking the loneliness. Oh, my life was such a waste. Because if you're receiving attention from that, that's even going to be worse for your future, bro. You want to really take a look at all of this and make sure that you see it in proper perspective. That you're just a young 21-year-old, bro. Be a young 21-year-old and stop stepping on your footsteps. So now, Manish, I hope this clarifies the thumbnail that staying home is not bad if I'm an outcast, I'm lonely, something's wrong with me, it's an addiction. If that's put aside, because with the labeling there, you're left to struggle. Oh man, I gotta get out. Oh, wow, you're in heaven. But now the labeling that something's wrong is out. So now you have to do something about it. Like the alcoholic, right? For instance, he's gonna have to stop, good or bad, if he wants to live another type of life other than drinking. You get it? The pain, the discomfort here, the innate system can do a 10 times better job than, oh, you're wasting your life, you're no good, look at you, you're a loser. And so I want to reemphasize that society, tradition, culture steps on natural human tendencies. And so, Manish, knowing all of this, I'll never rush anyone's path. I'll never say, why are you shy? What's the matter? Come on, let's... No. I'll try to connect with them non-verbally because that's the way they are.
But then one day I realized that, bro, I don't want to be doing this for life, bro. I wanted girls. I wanted girls.
Okay, so Manish, let's do a remix for that bit right there. We're minusing concepts. There's no concepts. And so you're home playing video games, which was considered chronic, but there's no such thing as chronic. And so now you're playing video games for a long time. And then your hormones kick in and says, bro, let's go get some girls, which led you to make the changes that you made, which has been great. But now, without any concepts, that was just a phase. Ideally, that's awesome. You would want to praise that bit. And so do that. Praise that bit of your life because it's there. It's a reality.
I was fucking good at video games. I was high ranked in like Valorant. I was like immortal, like in Grandmaster and Overwatch and all that. And there actually felt like I was high status. I had friends I could talk to that respected me. High status, I had friends I could talk to that respected me. I was lonely and I was ugly. There actually felt like I was high status. I was lonely and I was ugly. Those two didn't bond well, and that probably was a big reason why I stayed home a lot.
And so, man, is try to catch the contradictions I'm firing at you. Oh, my life was such a waste. I was so lonely with the sad music in the background. Or why you in heaven playing video games. Try to catch that bit. Now, next, let's abandon the entire concept of ugliness. It's a concept. Let me tell you why it's a concept. It's a concept because society has placed before us certain images of desirability, depending. Because that guy's working out to look like this, and this guy's working out to become a bodybuilder, and another guy's trying to reach a certain level of status, another guy's trying to become filthy rich for all the same reasons, man. To pick up girls, to fit in, and right? And so now, here's the kicker. The kicker is that I know girls, bro, gorgeous girls that have the hots for foreign beer belly looking guys, bro. Swear to God, man. What's that all about? And then I know a girl specific in my life, bro. She's gorgeous too, bro. And she told me flat out, I do not want to have anything to do with the pretty boy at all. The young pretty boy is out. She says, I like men like you. You know what I'm saying? You see? And so now, if you can catch that the things you've done was simply to measure up to your standards via how you see things. And that's it, man. Just like everyone else. Because you and I know girls, gorgeous girls that made changes that made us bug out. They're freaking so beautiful, and they're changing their nose, they're changing this, beautiful bodies, and they're making more changes. And so if we could take a look at how things are, the scope of life, then you'll get to see clearly that you were just freaking a youngster, man. You're not this age to look back yet. And so everything is fantastic and dandy with your life, bro. So now I want to move into the recluse and how I see the recluse coming from this perspective. So now, to a degree, I think that the recluse was put there by society. Because the recluse was born shy. They were told, oh, you're an outcast. And then they felt bad about it. And then what they did is that they sunk deeper into it. Had we left them alone, man, freaking Albert Einstein, I heard he freaking was some type of fucking good guy that couldn't speak till he was 7 years old or something like that. He couldn't read or something like that. I forgot the story, Manish. But my point is that we have such a variety of characteristics within us that it does not have to lie between a certain way, like, oh, you gotta get out. Or no, these guys that are home and they're really fulfilled being home, there's a really nice element to that. Because I didn't get it drinking, going out at the bar to meet people. Matter of fact, when I look back, I wish I took that part out of me, man.
I think a lot of people got the wrong impression of, a lot of guys just commented and said, going out isn't even all that. Like, you know, going out, getting drunk, getting pissed isn't all that. That's not even what I meant, bro.
Okay, so Manish, for that right there, let me present this amazing demonstration. You're gonna love it, bro. Okay, ready? This is you, Manish, right? You're here, right? There's another dude born exactly the same date as you, okay? And so now, you're gonna run your lives parallel, except you have 18 years of staying home playing video games, right? While this guy, bro, he's out and about meeting friends and all that stuff, making connections, right? And so now you both reach the age of 18. This guy is saying, yo, bro, there ain't nothing all that about being out. And now he wants to freaking be alone doing some stuff. And now you're here wanting what he's finished with. You get it? And so basically, this guy here started early. You can consider yourself a late bloomer like me. But from this point on, you continue with your freaking lives, with the rest of your lives. You get it? Let me just add one more thing here, man. I know models who spent a freaking phase of their lives with the makeup and the traveling and the fashion. At the end, sweatpants and no makeup, man. Because they were done with that phase, man. They entered a new phase.
If there was a girl that I actually wanted to speak to, I would just, drive back home all sad, feeling full of regret. But now, bro, I'm one of the most social guys in the gym. Like, from being a complete loner introvert to being known as the guy who yaps too much in the gym, complete extrovert, talks too much in the gym now. I think that's a damn good transformation for myself, and I'm gonna glaze my own donut and pat myself on the back on that one. But my gains in the gym also got better because I actually, found good friends to work out with, and I actually built more muscle that way. So honestly, bro, this genuinely does change your life in more than one way. Going out there, putting myself out there, forming new bonds with people has actually been monumental in terms of my own growth.
Go Manish, go Manish. Oh, bro, congratulations, man. Freaking awesome work, man. And so now, Manish, remember that I'm trying to provide extra nuggets for you because I see that you get choked up when you refer to that period of your life that haunts you, that's so hard to talk about. But yo, Manish, that life that you had, playing games and staying home, that life is what's responsible for your transformation. No different than the guy that grew up while you were home, out, hanging out, meeting people, and doing all the things you wanted to do at that age. And now they're at your age and they want the opposite. They want to settle down, they want to stay home, and then they become homers. And so that's the way, I like it. And so now I'm going to jump back to the dangers of pointing out shyness, loneliness, and stuff like that, man. The danger for the loner, for the shy, for the introvert, for the loser is when they're told so. Oh, why you like that? Is something wrong with you? Why don't you speak to people? Why aren't you like the others? And there's the comparison. And now that person looks at the others and says, I'm not like that. Something's wrong with me. Mommy, what's wrong with me? They're saying that. And then there's the problem. So let me reiterate. The shy one over there is considered out of place because we made her feel that way. And because we made her feel that way, that girl is going to subsequently live life feeling out of place. But I'm saying that there's nothing wrong with that girl, Manish. And that there was nothing wrong with you either.
I was a social outcast. I had no friends.
The wrench thrown into this whole mess is the lonely business. He's a loner. Oh, don't be lonely. Find something to do. Furthermore, we associate loneliness with suffering. Oh, you're alone, you don't have to suffer like that, right? And so now that the shy person hears that and believes it, it only makes things worse. Because now they gotta go out and not be that, not be shy. And so what are they gonna do? Find stimulating things, man, to offset the shyness. And if not stimulating things, numbing things like alcohol. And so now, Manish, please consider all the children, because there's Oscar winners in there, there's freaking sports players in there, there's athletes, there's scientists in there, there's authors, there's creators in the mess of all that I try to explain with the children.
Man, I loved video games because it was just so comfortable.
You're home playing videos, you're freaking in heaven, you're a god in heaven.
I didn't want to go outside because, then I would have to start from scratch, right?
So Manish, if we left the temperaments and characteristics of human beings to be, just to be, oh man, then there'll be none of that. Because the shy one, we will know. That shy one, oh boy, that shy one is gonna invent some incredible things, or write some incredible books, or write some amazing songs, man. So now, I'm gonna reiterate this bit right here, man, is that without shy and without the temperaments, that you're this and you're outgoing, then it'll only be common sense that if a guy wants a girl and a girl wants a guy, they better go out. And so we would be propelled to just do that. And not because, oh, something's wrong with you, and so now you have to force yourself to go out, force yourself to mingle, force yourself to build confidence, force yourself to build an esteem, or for the sake of you not being cool with the way you are, man, because now, for me, the shy, the lonely, the introvert, they're wonderful. First, I don't carry concepts, so I'm not going to label them. Second, I see the beauty. I see the talent, man. Perfect example, Mr. Bean. Freaking guy was a true outcast, but true. Had no friends. He was made fun of, called ugly. They didn't accept him. He tried to get into the acting business. Failed until he used his looks to make him the Mr. Bean that the world knows and loves. And so anyway, Manish, I hope that there's an extra spark in you, along with all the people who think that staying home alone, that there's something wrong with you. No, there's nothing wrong with you. All you have to do is dig deep and get the gist of the type of temperament that you carry, and just freaking be it, man. And everything else will fall into place exactly the way you were meant to be. And so anyway, man, until the next video, catch ya!